A Minutair man has been arrested following an alleged 2020 sexual assault of a child. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. Our top story, a 47-year-old Minutair man is facing a charge of first-degree sexual assault of a child from 12 to 16 years old following an investigation of an incident reported last October that took place sometime in 2020. Court documents say Niall Poorbear is accused of sexually assaulting a then 14-year-old girl with his hands while he was visiting her mother's residence in Scottsbluff. The victim told investigators at the time of the incident she went downstairs to sleep and awoke to find a man later identified as Poorbear touching her inappropriately under her clothing, after which he yelled for her mother and the male was kicked out. A warrant was issued for Poorbear in February, and he was arrested last week on the Class 1B felony charge. A preliminary hearing in the case was set for this Thursday, and bond has been set at $400,000 with a 10% provision. Sticking with the courts now, as a 41-year-old Gering man could be facing a minimum of 20 years in prison after reportedly selling 180 grams of cocaine during a controlled drug buy conducted by law enforcement officers. Nicholas Ostley was arrested Thursday evening after the purchase was completed, and the same marked bills that were used to make the buy were found to be in his possession. He's facing a Class 1B felony charge of possession of cocaine more than 140 grams, and was arraigned on the charges Monday in Scottsbluff County Court. Ostley is also facing similar charges stemming from a November 2021 arrest at a local hotel where he was caught with more than 8 pounds of marijuana, a pistol, and cash. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back. The Eastern Wyoming College Board of Trustees has announced that an EWC presidential candidate has been invited to campus for an in-person interview, employee and student meetings, and public forums. An open public forum will be held in the EWC Fine Arts Center Auditorium in Torrington on Wednesday from 1:30 to 2:45 with Dr. Jeffrey Hawes. The EWC Board of Trustees will hold a special meeting on Wednesday afternoon to interview Dr. Hawes in executive session. A town hall meeting hosted by the EWC Staff Alliance and Faculty Senate will be held that evening at 6:30 p.m. in the Fine Arts Center Auditorium, encouraging community members to come out and participate in a question and answer session. Well, Nebraska State employees will get an added job perk starting this summer that will let their dependent children attend in-state community colleges for free. Governor Pete Ricketts unveiled the new tuition reimbursement program for the children of state workers. Nebraska Department of Administrative Services Director Jason Jackson says the program will apply to college tuition expenses after scholarships and other financial aid, and participating community colleges will help even further.
Whatever the balance is of those tuition obligations, the state will then come in to reimburse the parent teammate for those costs at a reduced rate, about 75% of those remaining costs. So the community college system is giving the state a discount on the balance of whatever tuition is owed. So just a great example of partnership with the community colleges and a new benefit that we're certain our state teammates will be really excited about.
The program could help an estimated 1,000 children in its first year as part of the effort to try to stay competitive in a tight labor market and record low unemployment. And authorities say wind-driven wildfires sweeping through parts of Nebraska killed a retired fire chief and injured at least 15 firefighters. The man who died Friday night was working with firefighters as a spotter in Red Willow County in the southwest corner of the state. Alyssa Sanders with the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency said Sunday that 66-year-old John Trumbull of Arapahoe, who was a retired Cambridge fire chief, was overcome by smoke and fire after his vehicle left the road. Officials say the Road 702 fire east of McCook in Red Willow and Furnace counties reached an estimated 42,000 acres and had also crossed into northern Kansas. Well, coming up for the break, Bill Boyer in with your Tuesday evening forecast.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Pretty quiet on the weather front as we go through the evening hours tonight with partly cloudy skies. Temps fall through the 60s and the 50s and down into the 40s and some upper 30s as we get towards sunrise tomorrow. All in all, another nice day again tomorrow. Going to see some more clouds than I think we did today. Some storms coming late Thursday. It'll be rainy and stormy at times Friday and windy as well Friday and Saturday as the winds return to the region. 58 yesterday after a morning low of 26. Nothing in the rain gauge. We've fallen now an inch and 1800ths below normal. Still have those red flag warnings out. Fire weather warnings continue for portions of central and into eastern Nebraska, and they extend across a large portion of the high plains. As you can see, those red flag and high fire danger concerns really cover a lot of the middle part of the country, and until we get some beneficial rain, we're going to see more of that, I think, over the coming weeks. Temperatures right now in the 70s. Very nice weather conditions. Not much happening out there. Mostly in the 70s. 63 in Lusk. 68 up in Gordon. Otherwise, mostly 70s out there. Winds are 5 to 15. Pretty quiet now to the south. A few gusts over 20, 25. That is about it. All in all, very pleasant afternoon. Getting on the bus tomorrow, partly cloudy skies as you start your day. It's not going to be too bad at all, and temperatures in the 40s on the way home. More clouds out there, and it is going to be a cloudier day tomorrow, but temps right back into the 70s again. Futurecast tonight shows a few clouds early. Those will decrease and clear out late tonight, and we're going to be left with clearing skies overnight and low temperatures that are going to fall mostly into the upper 30s and low 40s out there. Most of us getting right near that 40-degree mark or a couple of degrees under. Now, tomorrow, it looks like we're going to be dealing with some sun to start. Clouds are going to increase through the morning and really be with us for a large portion of the day tomorrow. Going to see maybe a few breaks tomorrow evening and really another nice day out there is ahead of the next system coming in. We've got temperatures tomorrow going back into the 60s and 70s here across the region. And really not bad. The winds are going to pick up a little bit, come into Friday, but Thursday, most of the day Thursday, I think is going to be okay. It's going to be some late day showers and storms. 40 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow. Overcast skies, temperatures in the 70s. Winds at about 10 to 20. In our 7-day forecast, we bring in some scattered late day storms on Thursday. Friday, we're going to keep it rainy, thundery, and windy at times. And highs back into the 60s. We fall into the 50s on Saturday, a cool day there. Getting back into the 60s, though, starting Sunday and into the early portions of next week.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The U.S. Drought Monitor for April 21st has western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming in a moderate to severe drought. Cody Creech, Nebraska Extension dryland cropping specialist, says this is putting stress on the winter wheat crop.
Right now, I would say it's classified as needing a drink of water in a bad way.
Drought is not the only challenge the wheat is facing this year. Lauren Kobelka, meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Cheyenne, Wyoming, says we've had wind at more than 20 miles per hour almost every day for the past month. Plus, the wind has gusted over 40 miles per hour for a total of 68 days since the beginning of the wind season in October. The damage may already be done to the wheat plants in some fields, but Creech cautions producers in moving too fast in plowing it under for another crop.
Because of the current conditions, the market price, there's still money to be made even if we have a poor stand. And so just keep in mind that some wheat is better than no wheat, because it might not rain much again the rest of the year. So even trying to get another crop behind it might not be the best choice. So considering the current conditions, the cost of inputs, very likely just keeping what we have may be the best choice if we can know that we'll have a moderate yield of some kind.
Creech says wheat is a crop bred for drought and can be resilient. All we need is some timely rains.
The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scotts Bluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, barring a restraining order in a South Dakota lawsuit by their former league, the path for a summer baseball season for the Western Nebraska Pioneers is now clear. The Gering City Council last night approved a request for proposal for a 2022 team and a new stadium lease from HF Baseball, which owns and runs the Pioneers, on votes of 6-1 with no discussion, and Michael Gillen dissenting. During opening comments, however, criticism was leveled at city officials as A.J. Moore said they failed their fiduciary responsibility in dealing with ball club owners Chuck and Myra Heeman.
The city has failed to uphold its fiduciary responsibility to the taxpayers. Mr. Heeman's had late payments on, I believe, every payment that he has paid for his lease of the Pioneers Field. Although I have enjoyed going to Pioneers games and enjoyed that time, I feel that this decision was made before this bidding process even started.
Myra Heeman responded, saying their doors were open for anyone wanting to know how those situations came about.
When you make a statement, make sure that you have all your proof before you make a statement, such as the statements this gentleman just made. Again, we have documentation, we have proof, we have questions or answers to your questions. Our offices, so you know where they are. We're never hiding. We live here, we work here, we're at the ballpark every game.
Earlier this month, the city declared the Pioneers and Expedition League breaching the stadium contract and advertised for a new team for this year. Chuck Heeman admitted as a startup venture, the team occasionally fell behind by 30 to 45 days on lease payments to the city for the first 2 years, but had been on time with those payments in successive years. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. See you here next time.